Testing. Testiculars. Can you hear me now? How's the audio? All right, let me make sure. Adjust the settings. I'm not like ridiculously loud. Testing, testing. All right, so I guess I can hear me. Let me know if it's too harsh. Too like I know when I hear it through the other stuff, it's a bit loud sometimes. Anyway, we got ourselves. All right, so that's good, man. That means I can speak normally. And some Le Cafe Crepe here on San Jacinto and Second Street in Austin, Texas. And this, and then how do I send it? Oh, there you go. Oh, what's good, everyone? Where's everybody coming from? As you can see, I don't know why I did that for, but whatever. I'm gonna kick it right now, but later on, I'm gonna check out some fireworks and stuff. That's always fun. And what's the other thing that we were gonna do? It's this right across the street from where I'm actually where I'm sitting is the PF Chang's that I went after my first and my first and only bodybuilding competition. And we came here and also, oh yeah, and then after we went and check out my homie Omar. Pocket boys checked. And yeah, me next to him, it just showed the difference in like the level of work that it took to like be anything. Like especially like on the bodybuilding stage, bro, like it'll show. It's like I was all like, oh, this is cool. Like I have abs and shit. And then I gotta find that picture of me and Omar. And me next to regular people was like, Jesus, that guy works out. But then me next to Omar just made me look like a regular ass soft dude. And we were like the same size. I think I was a little bit bigger, but I was like more hydrated. Anyway, oh, there's Marco Sushi, Maiko Sushi, right across the street too. It's a nice spot. I think we're gonna hit that later. Maybe not this time, but like later. I like this weather. I like this weather because whether I go play in it or not is an option. That's what. That's the. Also, like has nothing to do with what you have to do. When you have to do stuff, you kind of just do them. It's not so much about. There's times I don't like eating. Still fucking eat. Yeah, I know that's a luxury some people have, but we've all been there somewhere. Right? Also, shout out to Amir. Amir P still alive, and he showed up in the stream earlier, so that's definitely cool. So we're gonna make those shirts and put them out. Don't die, Amir. And he was saying everything is chill at the house, which is contrary to what everybody here thinks. They're just bombing the whole country of Iraq, Iran. Oh, I forgot to send thing. Also, we're here in Austin, Texas. So if anybody wants to come by, well, not today. Today we're pretty busy. I'm just streaming, chilling, and eventually, we're technically pre-gaming. People didn't think about it that way. Oh, dude! And as always, came downtown, so I got new Austin, Texas fucking pants. New to me. Shout out to Miss K for the Beavis and Butthead fucking shirt. Thank you. Thank you, Gaio. You're awesome. And we're gonna go to San Antonio one of these days. I'm pretty sure before. And go check out Miss K's spot, bro. It's been nice to us, and you were there when she showed up and took care of us. We forgot eating. We were busy doing shenanigans. So least we could do is go help her out with her stuff. Yeah, let me know if you get stuck again. I realize that sometimes when the stream glitches, it comes back, and it to me it seems like it's still streaming, but to you guys apparently it glitches for a while. Tacos, tacos right now because I had burgers last night. Why do we have burgers at? Oh, we're at Caroline's. Yeah, we had burgers at Caroline's last night, and that was pretty cool. Next time, I'll make sure I'll assign a camera. So I know we don't go live at that spot unless we kind of plan it, but I'm at least gonna make sure I assign a camera to somebody so they can fucking take pictures while we're eating. But today, definitely, it's ridiculous. I appreciate it, Bloke, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that a lot. And between you guys and fucking the rest of the homies, I really appreciate it, man. Like, there's a lot of things I kind of I don't realize or how much. Like, it almost in a way, there was a time like where it felt like none of it was real because without getting too crazy. But then I understood that is if I kept thinking that way, then it'll all go away. Then it won't be. So you have to kind of like focus on what you're enjoying and stay where you are and not go to where you're not. Like thinking about a shitty situation and putting yourself in a shitty mood when you're taking. I'm like I'm not out in the rain. I'm streaming and I'm doing okay. For versus before, I'd be over here wondering when my next set was and if it was going to be worth anything and if it meant something to somebody else instead of me focusing on like writing my shit and taking the time like this to actually sit down and experience things in order to write about them. You know what I'm saying? Like do cool shit and talk about it. Like the experience today of just me. Like if you were on the stream earlier, I ran into Dean Stanfield. Shout out to that dude. Go fucking check out his page. And we're talking about cars and looking at cars all day, and then we walk right into homie in the car, and he drives fucking race cars for a living. It's pretty cool. And one of the OG homies that's been a friend of mine since the beginning. I fucking booked him for a USO show with the boys from USO Houston for a unit that was deploying to Iraq like the next day. It was like a last minute thing. And like I really kind of appreciated how the homies came through because at the time, man, I was 6 months in the game. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any. I didn't have any jokes. I had a bunch of premises that I would just scream on stage, which is ridiculous. Those boys just being over there, like watching like Spencer Cavens. Spencer can write, such a good writer, and that kind of showed me how to level up the room, how to bring the room, like baseline of the room off the beginning, so you're not starting with the like the previous comics energy or whatever. And he did it in such a way that was organic and fucking awesome. Anyway, just been a great experience, and it's the 4th of July. My seventh one as a comic, and so far it's been amazing. The weather is the way it is right now, which should just help with the lights, the fireworks. I know there's no adjusting altitude or whatever, but this puts a little crimp on what one of the things that I predicted. I think they might have a drone show. That I think that's one of the things they got to kind of prep the world for. So they got to start showing all the capabilities that seem ridiculous when it comes to drones, like swarm activities, and like what that. I think it was last year. Homie did a whole show with drones. One guy, laptop, bunch of drones. Put them up there with a QR code, and then rickroll the whole fucking city. Like whoever was there, whoever looked up that the QR code got rickrolled. It was freaking. It was funny. It was awesome, but it was also one of those testament of technology. Whatever the new technology is, that's going to be like, oh, this is changing the world. We're going to find a way to mean it, like to you to somehow. There's going to be a Tesla robot doing a fucking Fortnite dance in like in the next couple of fucking years. I know, like the app wants you to move when you stream. As soon as I move, the views go up. However, I don't have a bonded connection right now. So for me to stream, I'm streaming on mobile. I don't have a backpack, nothing. So it's gonna it's gonna end up like that one where we had a bunch of short ones because they kept glitching. So no bonded internet, no like walking. Well, we can. It's just we gotta slow down our pace of what. This is how manic I am about it. Just knowing the footprint and where particular towers are, like you understand how long you're in that footprint until they, in which it covers the whole city, but the buildings bounce shit with frequencies. So that's why like everybody was wondering how come you're in the city and you lose bars on the phone because there's if you could see the radio spectrum, bro, it's busy. It's traffic jams all over the place, and those traffic jams are represented by drop calls, delays, which nowadays pretty cool because they have forward error correction, which is we remember developing that on remote access units and stuff before. the military, which is now used for cell phones. And then most people that were in my job when I was still in the United States government would just like, hey, here's a script, run it, and they would run the script for the most part. I was very curious, so I would read the scripts and kind of ask myself what it meant because it was all in text file. And between that, I used that to fill in the blanks from everything I learned from a Cisco course. And fast forward, I built networks, plan them eventually. By the time I got out, I used to plan little networks. And little, which is still considered small, but it entire office buildings, thousands of people, small countries, etc. And now I'm sitting on the corner of Sun Jack and Second Street, Austin, Texas, talking shit into a fucking phone camera, getting barbecue and drinking coffee. I couldn't have planned this arc of my life. It's like everything, like the capital. I see what the whole argument. A lot of people talk about capitalism and capitalism, whatever. Like the Fourth of July isn't about making money, but because it's the Fourth of July and people congregate and do stuff, and there's things that only happen on the Fourth of July, aka seasonal fireworks, etc. Of course, there's going to be people taking advantage of it, and the good thing is the Fourth of July is one of those few federal holidays here in America where you're pretty clear on why you're doing it and pretty clear the reasons why. However delusional those reasons are, but generally the idea of the thing, freedom and the freedom to do this, freedom to have of assembly and like having a type of government where they can go like, hey, we're going to ban THC in Texas, and somebody being the governor go like, you're an idiot, sign off on it. Now, of course, they're going to try and put other stuff in it, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying the freedom to have to be able to do all that is inherently American. As a matter of fact, freedom of speech is inherently American. It's dawning on me how clear that was for me, but at the same time, how like that's a normal, like for us, that foreigners born and raised somewhere else, and I came here as an adult. Like I understood that inherently, and I just assumed that everybody knew that freedom of speech was inherently American. But the more I got into comedy, the more I realized that it's not. It's not common knowledge. Not a, people don't even think about it. They just exercise it without knowing. It's one of those we just know. It's like trying to explain water to fish. It's, yeah, I say the same shit on stage, man, in structure ways to the best of my ability. But at the same time, like it's just funny to me how people don't see that. Don't. I mean, and I don't judge or nothing because I didn't. Like you don't know what you don't know. Like I remember when I didn't know what goddamn thing, and the more I learned, the more I experienced in the world, the more I realized I just I'm learning. I have a feeling that the day I take my last breath and like just not be here, I'm gonna realize all the things that I didn't learn that I should have. I think that's everybody's kind of thought. It's just I don't want to be at the end of my life and saying like, damn, I should have, would have, could have, but didn't. That's why now, like, I'm over here talking to a camera, side of the road, drinking coffee. If you'd have told me a couple of years ago, a couple of years ago, not even when I was already a comic, but not even before that, just while I was a comic, that I'd be talking to this and it'd be serving a purpose to the one person watching, you know? I'd have told you you're high and I wouldn't waste my time. But I look at it right now. I don't look at any of this as a waste of time. I look at this as a useful amount of time for me to look at everyone going like I'm pushing 50 and whatever this if you learn something from me, great, because I don't fucking need that lesson no more. It was me. I fucked up, There's no amount of me going like maybe I should be a good person that'll change what I what's that? Damn, I was on the tirade there. It wasn't like, yeah, freedom, America. Should I do micro sushi? Like, gotta just make sure. And yeah, yo, whew. It's just, switch over to that side, and then oh, this Gus is fried chicken. If you pay attention to everything that I said, you'd be able to triangulate exactly where I am. Across the street from P.F. Chang, next to Gus's world famous fried chicken, drinking Le Cafe Crepe. Yep. We gotta show it. So if anybody's around, come over and get some of this hoot. Hit this hooter. I bet, bro. Let me know when you plan on coming, so I'll make sure if I'm in town, we'll fucking definitely be. I'll set up some stuff for you. You guys are the OGs, man, of this shit. Oh look, driverless car. Nice Corvette. I tell you, if you ever come down, I'll take you over to see some comedy shows. Think you'll enjoy it. Anybody wants to come down, just got to be 21 and up, man. That can't can afford chaperones. Was dude, it's cool if they still have the coffee out. They still do, dude. All right. They still have coffee out. That's awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this area. Mm, I just told you it was a pretty cool spot. I didn't show it. That was it, guys.